Hi, now let us look at metrics for online business model. So here, because we are capturing every click and every step a user is taking in online website or the app, the analytics and the KPIs are more involved and slightly different. So we will talk about digital analytics as metrics for online business models. Digital analytics is the practice of measuring, collecting, analyzing, and interpreting digital data or clicks to understand and optimize web usage and digital strategy. It encompasses the tracking of online marketing campaigns, user activity on websites, mobile applications, social media engagement, all of those is tracked under digital analytics. The ultimate goal is to improve the user experience, enhance the effectiveness of the marketing campaigns, and optimize business strategies in the digital space. The important online metrics such as website traffic, bounce rate, conversion rate, click-through rate or CTR, we will talk about these. Website traffic, it's very obvious. This measures the number of visitors and visits or sessions that a website gets. It can be broken down by source. What is direct traffic, organic search, paid search through SEM, SEO, social, referral. So basically multiple channels and through which the visitors come to the site, find the site and results in website traffic. So that's one metric. Other one is a bounce rate. Bounce rate is very important. This measures the percentage of visitors who leave the website after viewing just one page. A high bounce rate may indicate poor user experience or irrelevant traffic. So people have eye-catching headlines forcing users to click on the link, but once they have clicked on the link, the website is something completely different. So this is called click and bait strategy. You are using some attractive, catchy headline which is actually not relevant, which is not the information you are providing, just to get somebody to click and come to your website. What happens? The user gets disillusioned and leaves the site. That results in high bounce rate. It could also happen if the technology is poor, if the page is not loading quickly, or if there are errors in the page. All that can result in high bounce rate. Next is conversion rate, the percentage of visitors who complete a desired action after having visited the website. After visiting the website, if the person leaves quickly, that shows bounce rate is high. But if he stays, is he actually taking the desired action? The desired action in case of a Flipkart could be making a purchase. In case of a survey could be filling out a form or sign up for a newsletter. It could be any desired action. That is called a conversion rate. What percentage of people coming to the site are actually converting or taking a desired action. This is a key for understanding the effectiveness of your whole website and persuading visitors to take the action. This will involve multiple things. Some of the hygiene things like having a quick page load time, a nice visuals, a good call to action. All of those comes under how do you increase your conversion rate. Next metric is CTR or click-through rate. This measures how often people who view your ad or search engine listing end up clicking on it. High CTR indicate that the content, your copy, your image are compelling and relevant to the audience, so that you are forcing them to click through to wherever you want them to land up in. So the effectiveness of your advertisement or effectiveness of your content is reflected in high click-through rate. Average time spent on page. While it's important to get the traffic, ensure the traffic does not bounce, does click through. After that is how well do you engage with the viewer. How long on average do visitors spend on a particular page? Longer times suggest more engaging content, more chances of your monetizing that particular viewer. So average time on page is important. Next, page views per visit. This measures the average number of pages a visitor views during a single session. More page views indicate that the visitors are engaging deeply with your content, you have relevant content. Less page views shows you need to work on how to increase your engagement. Now, let us talk about role of digital analytics in measuring performance of online business model. Performance assessment is one. Digital analytics allow online businesses to measure the performance of their websites and digital marketing campaigns. It helps to understand what's working and what's not working in the digital strategy. So, if some channel, for example, a Facebook advertisements is not giving you the results that you want, while a Twitter advertisement is giving you the results that you want, you can increase your spend on Twitter rather than on Facebook. Or alternatively, change the campaigns you are running on Facebook. So a performance assessment is very important contribution of digital analytics. User behavior understanding. By tracking user behavior on the website or the app, businesses can gain valuable insight to how customers are interacting with the platform. This can inform improvements to the user experience, and conversion rate optimization strategies can be implemented based on understanding the user behavior. For example, if the bounce rate is high, then you need to ensure that you are taking action and promising the viewer what he has clicked on. So that's important. If the bounce rate is low, then there is no problem. Then if the click-through rate is low, then you need to work on what you need to do to increase the click-through rate. So user behavior understanding. Where is the user dropping off? Where is the friction? Is important to take action on user behavior. Similarly, customer journey mapping. Digital analytics can help map the customer journey, identify friction points, and optimize for a smoother, more engaging user experience. Where is the customer dropping off? Where is the customer losing interest? You can track that and go deep to find out what is the friction. Why is the customer dropping off? What can you do to make the customer not drop off? Resource allocation. By understanding which digital marketing channels are driving most valuable traffic and conversions, businesses can make data-informed decisions about where to invest their resources for the greatest return. This is not always obvious. For example, if you are spending money in Google ads and Facebook ads and Twitter ads, all the three you are spending money in. One, for example, Google ads may give you a lot of traffic, but you realize using your data that that traffic is converting very, very less. Facebook is not giving you a lot of traffic, is giving you less traffic for the same money spent, but it is converting much more. So it's much more valuable. So by looking at data and not just focusing on either the traffic or number of clicks, but actually looking at traffic, conversion, the revenue for you, you can determine where to spend more money and where to spend less money.